Hey, it's Andrew Huang. We hit 500,000 subscribers a few days ago, and I'm so grateful to each of you. I know a lot of you are creators yourselves in some capacity, so I thought in this video I would talk about the strategy and the hard work and the good luck that it took to build this channel. To celebrate this milestone, I have released some new music. It's a 3-song EP called ASTROLABE, and it's free to download on Bandcamp. I'm also making 5 of my previous albums completely free to download for the rest of the week. Links below if you want to check that out. All my stuff is also on iTunes and Spotify and Google Play and all those kinds of places if you didn't already know that. I'm also giving away a Rolly Light Pad block. Follow me on Instagram and there will be details there on Friday on how you can win this. 500,000 is a huge number. It's kind of incomprehensible. So I thought I would try visualizing it. I've got this bowl of grapes, and if you can imagine that each grape represents 500,000 people, then... So I hit 100,000 subscribers in August of 2013, and I remember that because I was in LA at the time for VidCon. This was a milestone that took 3 years of trying to regularly post videos, and even after having a video that had gone viral enough to get a few million views. That was great to bring in new viewers, but a lot of them didn't stick around because my content was all over the place. I was posting serious songs and comedy songs, and they were in all different genres, and then sometimes I was doing skits or vlogs. It was just a mess. And so really my audience grew from having that one big video draw in a lot of people and then having just a few of them stick around. I remember when I hit 200,000 subscribers because it was New Year's Day, January 1st, 2015, and by this point I had honed my content a little bit more. I had dropped a lot of the comedic angle so I could focus more on music, and I think that helped a lot with the audience retention. And by that I don't mean how long people watch a video for, but how long they stay subscribed for, because by that point I had realized that growing an audience wasn't just about gaining subscribers, it was about not losing subscribers. And there was a point where I was looking at analytics and seeing that over any given period of time, the number of people unsubscribing from me tended to hover around 40%. So out of every 10 people who subscribed, 4 would later unsubscribe. And talking to other YouTube creators and looking at my own viewing habits, I know that a lot of this comes from every time you see a new video and it's not quite what you expected from that channel, you reconsider whether you want to keep following them. So this is where my Song Challenge series was born, because it wasn't a huge change to the music I was making, mostly it was about reframing it in such a way that there was a continuous thread between the videos. It didn't matter what genre or what instrument or what not instrument I was using, every video I could set up this question, is this weird musical thing possible? And then I could answer it. And that in itself, the challenge and the fulfillment of the challenge, made my videos a lot more shareable than they would have been if it was just me doing the weird thing on its own. I've still never had a video as big as Pink Fluffy Unicorns, but I've had a lot more medium videos, let's call them, that have brought more people in and kept them sticking around. In June of this year, I hit 300,000 subscribers, and shortly after that, I made 6 big changes to my strategy. First, I started uploading super regularly. I used to just upload whenever I got my ideas finished, and I would aim for about once a week, but usually it ended up more like 3 times a month. In July of this year, I started to upload 2 times a week, every single Monday and Thursday. So the first change was kind of 2 changes. More content, more consistently. Second, clickbait. Not really clickbait though, because I don't ever want you to feel like you've been tricked into watching a video. If I say I'm making music with carrot sounds, that's exactly what I'm gonna be doing. That said, I have started to think a lot more about what title and thumbnail will interest the most people in watching my video. Because like it or not, these are the main tools that YouTubers have to get people to experience their work. The third change was more of an internal one. It was a change in my mindset. For most of my life, I used to say that I had 3 goals: to make the best music, the most music, and the most diverse music. I wouldn't say I've achieved best yet, but the other 2, I feel pretty good about the dents I've made there. But those are also pretty hazy goals, and this summer I went through a dramatic shift in my vision for this channel, and I would sum up what I'm aiming to do now by saying that I'm hoping to share the joy of music with as many people as possible. And that's not just writing a great song and hoping a million people hear it, it's delving into the creativity and the magic of music. It's finding beautiful sounds in unexpected ways. It's the process of learning. It's your tastes expanding. It's taking all this knowledge that I've amassed from a life lived inside the creative process and sharing it with you, hopefully so that you can use it in whatever you're creating with your life. To put more of my ideas out there, I've really needed to talk to the camera more than just playing music, and a byproduct of this has been a stronger connection with you guys. There's been a lot more of myself that I've shared, there's been a lot more feedback from you, there's been a lot more of your ideas that have been incorporated into my videos. That's really awesome, and when I think about what I like to watch on YouTube, it is a lot of people talking. It's inspiring speeches, it's educational content, it's vloggers talking about their lives or issues that are important to them. This is something that works on this platform. I used to really worry about people clicking away if I didn't maximize the interest in every moment of every video. But counterintuitively, there are two things that are actually totally wrong with this approach. First, you don't know what other people will be interested in. There are so many times where some small thing that I've barely paid attention to ends up becoming one of the focal points for a video that people really enjoyed. Second, worrying about all the people who might get bored and click away just makes you cater your content to the lowest common denominator. It's so much better to think about the people who will commit to your content, who will be invested enough to get something out of it, and because of that, there's so much more that you can give to them. And that brings me to change number 6, provide value. For the first few years of this channel, people might stop by and watch something that they thought was cool or that made them smile, and those are great things and things that I hope still happen with my videos. In addition to that, though, I've really started to think about how I can educate and inspire, and mostly it's about musical stuff, but I think some of the larger ideas could translate into anything where you need to work or think creatively. Even a video like this one, I'm trying to share from my years on YouTube about what I've learned about what has and hasn't worked. Now though, we get to the part of the story where I know a fair bit less about what's going on. I have some decent theories, but not much more than that. After 300,000, it took me less than 6 months to get to 400,000, and after that, to get to 500,000 took 12 days. So what happened here? I didn't have a viral video, I wasn't on Ellen or Fallon, I didn't get a shout out from PewDiePie. This was some kind of insane ramping up of my videos within that mysterious YouTube algorithm that everyone's always trying to decipher. At a time when a lot of bigger YouTubers were complaining about severe drops in views, my channel was starting to skyrocket. It first started to happen with some of my videos like this one and this one being suggested a lot on the pages of other videos. And then some of my videos started showing up in the recommended section right on people's home pages, and I wonder if that is due to some of that room being freed up by all the bigger channels' content not being there anymore, for whatever reason. I don't really know how to make sense of this because all their content is pretty optimized for what we know about the algorithm. All I can say is that I started to do a lot of those things too. More frequent uploads, longer videos, heavily searched keywords, thumbnails and titles that make people want to click, and content that's good enough that they stick around to watch a large portion of the video. And I'm not the only person this is happening to either. I know a few channels who are anywhere from the 50,000 to 500,000 subscriber mark who have experienced the largest growth in the lifetimes of their channels in the past couple months. So something is going on, and I'm sorry to be wrapping this up on my most nebulous point. No one knows exactly how to get featured in the suggested or recommended tabs, and if we did, we'd all be gaming it, and YouTube would have to change the algorithm again anyway. So I'm very, very grateful for this recent growth. I don't expect it to last forever, and I hope everything else I've shared in this video has been helpful to you if you're interested in YouTube or if you're working on a channel of your own. Thank you so much to all of you for watching and subscribing, whether you've been here for 5 years or 5 minutes. I am more excited than ever to keep making videos for all of you. On that note, you've been asking for it. Look out for my Hits of 2016 medley coming in the next few days. In the meantime, follow me on Instagram so you can win this thing, and check out all that free music. There are links in the description. Thank you again for being here. I'm out, and I'll see you at 1 million.